Feature Friday.
The freshest. 1, 2, 1, 2.
Okay.
1, 2, 1, 2. Hello!
Hello.
It's totally midweek. It's totally not planned to be filming right now.
Yeah, but when like I don't know, it was just we literally saw that Vale told me, "Hey, NCT just released a song like a few hours ago."
I was like,
And
what?
I'm in bed because when you're stuck at home for so long, you literally your sleeping schedule is so messed up.
It's like upside down.
Oh, mine is, anyways. And I'm working out like at 12 o'clock at night.
And then you have energy until 5 o'clock in the morning.
And then I'm reading books at 3 o'clock in the morning. I was making notes and all that stuff. I was reading Carl Jung.
You know,
I was just like vibing, bro. Listening to Bryson Tiller. Like, I was
Whoa,
vibing hard.
let's go.
And then I wake up.
I'll do some light reading on psychology tonight.
And then I woke up. I went to sleep. And I can't remember how I went to bed.
It's like when
I think I just passed
like,
out. I don't know. I wake up and it's like 1:20 in the afternoon. And you tell me, hey, NCT just released. Okay, let's get the cameras going. You know what I mean? Like straight up.
We had food and here we are.
Yeah. So I think the previous video we watched was Kick It, was it?
Kick It.
Yeah, and that was NCT
NCT
127. So that's like the 7,000 members they possess.
No, like the main, like that's what they call it, the main.
Do they have so many members? It's so confusing.
Yeah, well, apparently NCT Dream is now a straw, like it's it's an actual subdivision, because it used to be like a debutee type of thing for the trainees that wanted to become NCT later on.
Oh, right, okay.
But they made it an actual subdivision, like an official one.
The good thing though is one of the things that
they're so strong though. It's crazy.
I was worried seeing like, because we're consuming a lot more sort of like K-pop industry content off camera to try and get a better knowledge, because I've realized I've said a lot of stuff that is probably wrong. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
and this is why I love this, because I've wanted to learn. So I watched this documentary the other day in my late night journeys of the internet, which was talking about the huge drop-off rate of pre-debut bands, right? So the amount of idols that go through and are in debts and all that stuff, but then they never debut. You know, they just drop off, and it's huge. The number is ginormous.
Yeah, it's such a tough industry.
So I thought, well, because one of the things I found confusing at the beginning of watching K-pop bands and stuff like that is like they have large number of members, right?
Yes.
And for me, because I'm new at this, I struggle to remember names, but that's not really an issue, because I struggle remembering names anyways with anyone. But it was sort of like, oh my gosh, okay, how many people? And at the beginning I thought maybe this is a disadvantage, because you have the label can't focus individually on each, pay has to be divided in between so many of them. But one of the things I saw is like, my gosh, make him bigger, because there's so many talented people, dude. So many that are going through that training and they peak, but you never get to see them peak.
Yeah.
So
and it's crazy because they spend their lives training even before they get to the training with the label. Because I was reading, I thought, okay, yeah, fine, you can sing, and they picked you. All right. But that's a lie, because they probably had to learn how to sing or polish their skills before you go to say a SM Entertainment audition.
Yeah.
You know that you're going for like the biggest things, and if you are scouted and stuff, you usually have some type of background. Otherwise, you wouldn't debut. So there's a lot of factors that go in between before you even see a final product. So when they say, "Oh, she's just a trainee" or "He's just training" or whatever, that always sparks my curiosity, because I know for a fact that they have trained all their lives
pretty much, yeah,
just to get into the entertainment company.
That's why it's so nice to see so many different members of a group like NCT, because they're all like incredibly sick. It's insane, dude.
And the energy this guys exude is like so hard.
So now that I'm slowly getting more into like, because I call it sort of like NCT lore, because they have so many so many projects, so much music, so many members. It's sort of like each member is a different story on their own. Each sort of like each.
There are individual superstars that put together are like this huge thing.
Yeah.
And sometimes it becomes a bit like slap in the face too much, like a cold shower.
I do apologize.
I love that.
I think they're the only, no, not only, but they're one of the groups that I really struggle remembering names.
I think
matching names to faces.
To be fair, NCT is one of the groups that we know the least.
I think so, yeah,
Oh.
which is a bit of a shame, yeah, to be honest.
Yeah, so if you've got information that you want to drop around, just,
Or maybe videos we can watch.
Absolutely, videos that you would like us to react to so that we get to know a little bit more about NCT and who they are and what they do and their personalities and stuff.
Definitely down.
We will love to watch
Let's
that.
do it.
Let's have a look! I'm excited.
I thought it was a moon.
Ooh,
Clean.
it kind of has Kick It vibes, but a bit more urban.
Way more.
Ooh!
That jacket is sick. Outfit's always insane, dude.
Oh, he looks great with blue hair.
You don't imagine his voice being like that, would
No,
you?
no.
Wait, no way.
Hey, listen to a fact that I forgot to mention. Oh, okay, loud. These are the youngest members, so they're like 19.
That guy has a
18.
voice. The guy has
They're
a voice of a 60-year-old.
early 20s. I think like the eldest member. I'm not sure. I'm not sure where the eldest member is, but they're like early 20s, like
Wow.
still on their teen years,
Jesus
and they're
Christ.
that good.
Dude,
That's
Just the
insane.
competition is wild. dude.
How? How are they that good?
The level is it keeps going up and up. That's so tough.
So much swag as
Yeah.
well. Like so much like drip about him.
Literally.
Crazy. He's got the coolest voice.
Yeah. That's a nice bridge. That's nice.
It's very bad and sync-ish. Ooh, like that person here.
Oh,
This is sick.
I like
I
those
think
necklaces.
he's my favorite visual-wise. And I love his voice.
Good. Energy.
Ooh. I love that. No, okay.
So you're telling me these guys are sort of like
The teeny babies.
So in theory, career-wise, they haven't peaked yet.
Nope.
That's just insane, dude.
They haven't even made it to NCT 127, which, by the way, they will not now because their NCT Dream is now an
actual
actual
group.
subdivision.
Oh, sick.
They're like an actual thing now. Because they used to go through this period where they used to graduate from NCT Dream to be a member of NCT 127.
The hell?
Yeah. It was like a whole ceremonial thing as
That's
well.
clean, yeah. I
But
thought-
yeah, they're like an actual group now.
Yeah, but I feel like they have a really a distinct
Sound.
not sound. I mean more like look. Like they have a really
Aesthetic.
Yeah, like they know what they are.
Yes.
Maybe one of the things that I've been proved wrong so many times is the flexibility and how far their creative capabilities and possibilities of making different types of music in the K-pop world is.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if this is gonna be the style they're gonna sort of like
Carry
stick
on,
to,
yeah.
but
Probably
you know
not.
the future will tell us that. But they do seem that they fit that urban, strong drip, sort of like Korean. What do you call it? It's sort of like K-rap to some extent with the amount of drip and stuff that they're wearing.
Yeah.
It's clean.
I'm gonna say straight up, these guys are super strong, and I would never think they're like teenagers.
Are you sure they're teenagers?
Yeah,
Dude, that guy has a voice for like a 55-year-old
I
producer.
know. I like the guy who has the star necklace.
Necklaces are sick.
He's a visual, and the guy with the blue hair that raps after him was really cool too. Those are my two favorites so far.
He's got a tattoo, I think. Yeah.
No, it's like those are like
Makeup.
stick-on
All right.
stuff.
Him,
Him.
It's a joke.
They're just so good, all of them though.
Dude, that jacket is a joke.
Yeah, I like his voice. Ooh, yes! Tassel highlights. That's a look. Look at that.
Got like glitter in his head.
Yeah, tassels.
Gonna break the record. Watch the world watch us. That's sick. That's sick. Nice.
That was so cool.
Oh, that Jack is a joke as well. Nice.
That's so sick.
Let the record break out hard. How the hell is that catchy? Jesus.
It's a masterpiece.
It is, yeah.
Damn,
Dude,
what?
that is a ride and a half.
No. Wait a second. That was perfectly made for people to sing along to that.
Riding and rolling.
Get rolling.
I think it says reloading.
Reloading.
Yeah, reloading, yeah. Riding and rolling. Reloading.
That's so
And
good.
then
Whatever it is.
In the lyrics, maybe it's making that statement of, because they're saying we...
Flex.
No, they're saying that we're not gonna go in the same lane. We're gonna change lane and go through a path or make a path that no one's made before. So sort of like make their own path.
Yeah.
Maybe that's a statement.
I like that.
Maybe that's a statement to the fact that they've already broke the pattern of NCT. You know, so
definitely
that's clean. But they have a lot more songs. I didn't know. They have two more songs.
Well, I did know that they because to be in NCT Dream, you're already a member of NCT per se, so you're already like famous.
Okay.
But they let you go through this period of like, you know how in
Maturing sort of thing.
Yeah, so like the youngest people before they do anything.
I see. Sorry.
Yeah, it's okay.
Just the laptop's gonna die. Yeah. Riding and rolling.
Phones be blowing up. Look.
Yeah, literally, dude. Because of the every time something like this releases, like NCT, when Kick It released, everyone's like, kick it.
Look.
And dude, and that was such a clean video.
That video was just insane. I
video.
love the Bill Kill influence in the whole thing. That was so great.
This one's intense though. I feel like this is one of those songs that they're trying to make a statement rather than be showcase much, you know, like dancing wise. I feel like in every video you watch, NCT wise, they will always have sort of like a scene or a dance routine that you'll be like, oh, you want to dance to that type of stuff.
Yep.
That one, the best bit is like when they started doing like that thing there, that's clean as hell, and then he does that thing with his hands. That's clean.
Yes,
so they
absolutely.
sort of have those moments that like you want to like, I don't know, watch a tutorial and like pretend you know how to dance.
And believe me, that happens a lot.
Is that like a thing?
Yeah, that's totally a thing. You know that for concerts, people gather before the concert starts, you know, to like queue and whatever to get into the venue. And whilst you're queuing and stuff, people pull up their speakers and start randomly doing the routines. And no, Efra, don't laugh, because they're insanely good.
Oh, actually good.
They're like so good.
Oh, right.
And these are fans, and but they're so good.
Yeah, to be fair, like when you go to like concerts of like a rap and stuff, and then a beat is fat, PHAT, that type of fat.
No, PHATT.
Right.
That type of fat.
It's like people sometimes pull out, you know, like speakers and stuff, and then people just start freestyling and doing whatever. Whoa,
it's a vibe.
Yeah, it's a vibe.
Well, it's the same thing, but like with actual choreo.
Fair enough, yeah. The thing is, like, these guys can genuinely dance. Like, that sounds like an understatement, but they're genuinely dancers, and then they're also rappers or singers and all that stuff. And I've said it before, it's like, all these guys could just be a dance group.
Yep.
They could, like...
Or just a singing group, and they will still just be as good.
It's wild.
It is crazy. I don't know how they master that.
Like
Anyways,
if they weren't singing in that video, and still with the visual capability and production and the amount of investment that they make through their videos, it still would have been a hit, I think.
Yeah.
If it's just a beat and them dancing, because it's so cool to just see them dance.
I agree.
And then you add some clean rapping and then some slick vocals. It's so weird how they're always able to get some phrases in English
that are so catchy.
It's bizarre. It's like some sort
They're
of
so,
voodoo.
so catchy. But what I wanted to say was that this, compared to NCT 127 Kick it seems a little fresher. It seems a little bit younger. It has like a younger type of vibe. I think NCT 127 seemed a bit more adult-like, like a bit more grown up.
Well, I think they
more
also
mature, I guess. Not saying that they're not good enough. That's
yeah,
not
but
what I'm.
but that comes with
say.
experience and years. That type of aura. That was the aura we were talking about. It's like when you see an idol, when you meet a famous person that has just turned to fame, and then you meet someone who's been in the industry and at the top of the game for 10 years. They sort of have this different emblem and aura around them.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean that, like, for example, John Legend and then Lewis Capaldi, right? So you get Lewis Capaldi, he's got this new aura of him.
And it's fresh and it's different and it's just as good.
Exactly, and his projects are unbelievable. You know, some may say just as good as John Legend, some may say even better. And then John Legend has this weird aura around him.
Yeah, it's like he's mature. Like
He's a big boss.
Like it's part of his skin. You
Yeah,
know?
exactly.
And I feel like that's the only difference I could actually pick out from this dude. But it's just so great.
I think it just comes with years. That type of aura and that type of comfort in creating, and that type of comfort in performing only comes through years of experience. Hence why I'm so impressed.
I love that. I love this. This was so strong.
Because it seemed like they had a style. They knew what they were gonna do. You know, it didn't seem like, hey, let's try something new.
Exactly, and it didn't seem like, oh, this is what we're throwing on you. Do make it work.
Yeah, which is
It's
the benefit,
pretty
I think, of working with K-pop idols, because they're so good at so many different things.
They're so versatile.
Yeah.
They're so versatile.
Yeah.
The more I get to know about the K-pop industry and how they're trained and stuff, the more I understand why they're so like versatile and capable, and they have so many skills in their toolbox. You know.
And the more I think artists here should undergo some type of training like that. Maybe less intense, because you also get the mental health aspect of it. You also get the drop off rate of it. You also get the fatigue,
I guess
exhaustion
that
bit
you're
of it.
also paying for excellence.
I guess so. I'm still not too sure about what I want, but I do know that these guys are so dangerous, and in the next 5-10 years, do not be surprised if
The surge.
not just the surge, if like they overtake the industry.
And I would be happy
Worldwide.
with that. That's not nothing to be
That's
concerned
nuts.
about. It's not nothing to be concerned about. That's awesome.
Sup people, if you're a dancer. Sup people, if you're watching this and you're a rapper or a beat producer,
A singer, a ghostwriter, or even just somebody who likes new music.
then this is for you.
Feature Friday is the show where we make new music every week featuring your tracks, your raps, your lyrics, or yourself as an artist.
There's no catch. This isn't one of those weird posts where you click on the website and you're trying to order AirPods and they say it's free, and then you have to pay like $100,000 million for shipping. This is completely free. We understand how difficult it is in the music industry to get seen, and there's so many amazing rappers and singers and beat producers out there. So this is just a place to showcase your skills. We showcase our skills. We make music every week, which we love doing anyways. We get to show new artists to new people, and new people to new artists.
So if you'd like to get featured next, message me here on Instagram or email me, and we will get in touch pretty soon.
Please do it fast, because a waiting list is forming and we don't want anyone waiting around. Keep scrolling by.
See you Friday!
Peace!
Bye-bye!